I guess because it's like a roundup of all the participants, all the practitioners, all the academics, and to sort of update and brief each other on the progress of this entire huge project. Well, essentially we're going to confront them with some research results and proposals, and it will be interesting to see how they react on that, because this is the first broad discussion which you're going to have on the potential of tracking visitors. Not necessarily at this stage. We already have some ideas of with whom we could proceed, but it's more about do people fall asleep when we present the result and our proposals, or can we keep them attentive, and are they interested in something like this? Because I think it will be instrumental that in the future we know where our visitors go for several reasons. It's not just about knowledge, but it's also about how can we maybe steer them in the future, how can we provide them better services, incentives to do certain things, and there's a lot of downstream activities which you can do once you know where people are. Essentially, we were testing in this study. We were testing what functionalities and properties would a tracking app need to have that people would be willing to use it. Long story short, we thought that it would need to be very complicated, a lot of gamification things and stuff like that. As a matter of fact, keep it functional, keep it simple is the way to go. That's one thing. And the other thing, if you want to reward people, do not reward them in a very complicated way. Possibly straightforward, transactionally, give them money, give them immediate benefits. So anything complicated, anything sophisticated will go over the top and probably would trigger investments which would never pay back. That's the question. That's the well, they are willing under certain preconditions. What we noticed is that the more people familiarize themselves along the study with what that could mean and what they could get, the concerns normally start to decrease. That's one thing. So once people know what they do, that's a good thing. The other thing is we sort of found out some cultural differences. For example, we tested in the Swiss market, German market. We also went to the US. So, for example, US citizens are more open towards such a tracking thing than the Swiss and the German would be. Maybe also because in the US digitization and the way how we have transparent citizens is much more progressed than it is in Europe. Maybe in Europe also because of the data protection laws. That's we could not know that because we did not make a longitudinal study, and at the moment we are not. We are starting to dig in more deeply into the results. We haven't really checked on the generations yet, to my knowledge, if I remember right. But we will eventually do that, because we also need to know will we have a bias, for example, in the future if we do something like this or not. But that still remains to be seen. We're just starting to sort of analyze the data now.